So those two components is what we're trying to push, is to really look at the hotel and look at, how do you price on value? What is your value proposition? What's the positioning statement of your hotel? What makes you unique, both in terms of product and location and brand and service? What gives you the confidence to price as you should? And how do you price appropriately in the market instead? We all hear about herd mentality, and I think that's probably what got us into a bit of trouble in the downturn and why rates fell much faster than the recovery. It's fairly simple. There isn't a whole lot of friction on the way down. There's a lot of friction on the way up. But those two components, pricing not just based on competitors, but looking at the value and making sure that that justifies your relative position.
I'll give you a couple real-world examples. Probably would work out better that way than just trying to talk to the issue. When I was with Hilton, the company was acquired by Blackstone. I think the deal closed in October of 2007. And they were of the mind that we were not aggressive enough on pricing. And so in the month of November of 2007, we were given direction to run the Waldorf Astoria with much higher rates that they believed would be rates the market could bear in that particular market. So the new owners, you're going to do what they say. The hotel lost $1 million compared to November of 2006. And the management team and myself and everybody just had to sit back and watch it happen. But by the first of the year, we were right back to what had been Hilton's pricing strategy, and they pretty much washed their hands of the experiment and walked away.
Most of our properties are not in destination markets. They're not in primary markets. They're rural, highway, suburban, tertiary markets, and they need to really work that local market to drive their recognition within that market, to drive sales, reach out to businesses, hospitals, schools in that community to drive ongoing base business. And a lot of the owners, quite frankly, because a lot of these are owner-operators, are very uncomfortable in that role of salesperson. But that's one of the hats they have to wear, because they've got a 40, 50-room property. They can't afford a large management staff to go out there and do that for them. So much of our time really is spent with them, giving them the lay of the land, coaching them wherever possible, provide training to get them more comfortable.
All of the branded properties, you're going to pay some sort of technology fee throughout the year. You're also going to send your GMs, your DOSs to mandatory training. You're going to spend thousands of dollars to have a GM and DOS certified in these classes, pay for their travel, and then not utilize them. I think one of the things that we tend to do is when the day stars come out, when the monthly star reports come out, we look at those indexes real quickly and, we're still over that 100% mark, we're doing all right. I think from a revenue management standpoint, we're not taking it to that next level. We're not looking at those opportunities that we have and, even using the generic tools that we have.
Generally, when we talk about group lead times, we're talking about when did a booking go definite versus when it arrives. And that isn't necessarily getting longer fast enough. But when we're starting to see the inquiries further and further out, which I think is a move in the right direction. And as we can continue to build that group base, that's when we can start to hopefully educate the customers.
I personally believe that in North America, or in the United States in particular, our interpretation of the hotel company being able to control the price at which it wants its product to be sold is going to be upheld.